Good afternoon everyone. I'm probably editing this video late at night because my schedule's fucked. I know YouTube doesn't like it when you swear during the first 30 seconds, but I don't give a shit. My schedule is fucked. Anyway, topic of this video. I don't like Crunchyroll at all. I hate using their sluggish website that forces me to use VPN because of region locked content. Listen, I don't watch anime on fucking tablets, cell phones, or game consoles. I have a computer. That's how any normal person would watch anime. And you don't have a desktop app yet, or at the very least, not one that's updated. Fun fact, you probably don't know this because I think they hide it on purpose. Crunchyroll actually does have a desktop app, only available by downloading it on the Microsoft Store, and it's pretty rough. It has not been updated in a really long time, has really horrible memory, and lots of bugs. You're actually better off using the website, although here's a tip: if you don't want to pay for any VPN service and you have one that has limited bandwidth, you can actually get away with using this app by opening it for the first time with VPN on, and even after it's disabled, it won't recognize that your IP has been changed to a different location. It will continue giving you access to the region locked content for at least an hour, maybe more. Just thought I would share this to you guys. It's been a while since I've used it. I'm pretty sure that hasn't been updated. I mean, they still use Windows 8 Mobile on the compatibility list. Anyway, unless you're a masochist, you're definitely gonna use the website, but I don't like using it. Hell, there are some anime that's available there that I would rather watch it somewhere else because it's usually better. Like, dude, I've been watching Tamayura recently, and when I go to Crunchyroll, I literally have to watch it in 480p. Meanwhile, I open up the terminal, type a few commands, and I watch the exact same series in objectively higher quality. In fact, the only reason why I haven't canceled my subscription yet is because I'm using it as leverage in case anyone accuses me of, well, nefarious activities. So you know what, I might as well optimize my experience as much as I can. And I have! So I was browsing through the AUR and I found this one package called Crunchyroll-go that's honestly pretty goddamn useful. Now before we continue, there are two things that I should point out. For one, if you don't trust installing an application from a third-party community-driven repository which hasn't been officially vetted, you may want to hold off on using it. Now, I trust that this is probably okay. It hasn't been flagged, I haven't found any security advisories, and it seems to be properly updated and maintained. So I have no qualms with installing this on my computer, but do be wary because you are required to use login credentials in order to use this. The second thing I should note is that we're gonna download things, which I'm sure will make people wonder, isn't that piracy? And legally, yes, because almost any copy of a media is considered unauthorized. But with that said, this isn't piracy in the traditional sense simply because you technically need to have a premium Crunchyroll account in order to use this anyways. So it's not like I'm stealing or cheating my way out. Not to mention, this can actually be a really good tool, not necessarily for backing up anime, but specifically for video editors. Let's say you're a YouTuber, you just got done watching an episode of a series from Crunchyroll and you want to make a video about it. Or you even want to make a post online that will contain screenshots and a few GIFs. Now, you have three options. You could either buy a DVD or Blu-ray, which is kind of absurd to expect that because you literally have to wait over a week, sometimes months, just to acquire footage for something that by the time it arrives, it probably isn't gonna be a relevant topic anymore. Not to mention, this isn't optional for shows that are currently airing and haven't yet received physical releases. So you have to wait who knows how long, all just because you want to get footage the quote-unquote legal way. Even though technically speaking, to even get the footage from the DVD, you'll either have to rip it or screen capture it, which are both illegal anyways. So the only real option here, and this is something I'm 100% certain everyone does, regardless if they admit it or not, is torrenting the footage. Hate to drop the red pills, but some of your favorite YouTubers are probably torrenting the stuff they're reviewing. Whenever you see footage with fucking channel watermarks, where do you think they got that from? You think they literally recorded it from their DVR and kept the footage for over a decade because they knew even as far back when they were 9 years old, they had predicted that they would one day use that footage to edit a YouTube video? No! They probably downloaded it somewhere. I'm just simply offering a solution that may or may not be faster than some of the websites they might be using, and also whatever browser extensions they have to download the footage that they're getting it from, and also one that isn't inundated with malicious advertisements. Now, to install this, and I'm assuming you're using an Arch-based distro, you can use an AUR helper like EA, or you can compile the package manually. That's up to you. This is also available for Mac and Windows, but yeah, I don't use any of those, so we're gonna stick with Arch. You can find the instructions on their GitHub page. I'm gonna jump straight to the cool part. As I mentioned earlier in the video, you do need to log in to a Crunchyroll account by typing Crunchy login, email address, and password. Now, be careful during this procedure. One of the downsides of logging in through this application is that the password isn't censored, so don't log in while someone else is looking, or worse, while recording the screen. You can also use session IDs if you want. Additionally, this will log out at boot, so after restarting your computer, you will need to re-log in every time you sign in to your PC. Afterwards, you basically have the ability to download the anime that you want. If you want to get an individual episode, you can type Crunchy download and paste the URL. You can also add our best if you want to download in the best footage in the highest quality available. You can specify the language of the audio and the subtitles. All of the instructions are listed in the GitHub page, with even more options such as zip compression and even being able to select which seasons you want to specifically download. Honestly, having this tool makes me want to continue using Crunchyroll, because this is a pretty convenient tool for getting footage meant for video creation. Now, one thing I will note is that if you're aiming for the highest quality footage, you may be better off with Blu-ray rips, because a lot of the streaming services do tend to have compressed versions of the footage. Now, from the footage that I've tested, the quality was actually really good, practically indistinguishable from what I would expect from the Blu-ray release. But even if that's not an issue, if you're the type of person that torrents seasons of anime, that procedure will likely be faster and more stable, because I've ran into some issues while trying to create GZ archives in order to collect multiple seasons, and also the fact that the downloads have to be done in a single section, while with torrents you can pause and continue them over the span of days. So because of this, I feel more comfortable saying this is a tool less for archiving backlogs of shows and more so meant for seasonal anime, the ones that people want to talk about while they're still airing, which is why I actually think that this tool might be a selling point for Crunchyroll. Now obviously this can also be used as a gateway for piracy, which I'm not even necessarily endorsing, but let's be fucking real, anime fans already know how to pirate shit. They've been doing it for decades. How do you think the overseas community managed to grow in size and culture? Hell, what do you think Crunchyroll was a few decades ago? I'm just saying, if you're the type of person who has no qualms with pirating anime, then the existence of this tool makes no difference to you. In fact, since you have to pay to have a subscription plan with Crunchyroll in order to use this application, you probably wouldn't even want to bother with it. Not to mention, this isn't an alternative to the official way of consuming Crunchyroll. If you just want to stream and there's an anime that's available on Crunchyroll, you're probably still going to use the website. This program isn't really meant for streaming anime. There are a lot of other ones you can find on the AUR. This one is more so meant for downloading footage, and it's pretty convenient one to have if you're a Crunchyroll user. But anyway, I'm gonna ditch this before YouTube hunts me down for promoting piracy. I might upload a different video that's kind of similar to this, but on a different site. I'll upload it on my Odyssey channel, and you'll little understand why I uploaded there. In the meantime, hope you all have a great day.